And we go green for the first race of this morning. Already had a car off at the start. Everyone fairly bunched up for the first round of Scaleautos. Great pack of racing at the start of this. Nice and close up front. You expect that in the opening lap, so. Oh, a bit of an off there. A couple of cars involved. You can see one car still up against the barrier. Taken back to last place, but across the back line there. Important to get put behind the line there if you have it. Oh, another one. Another car off. So a fair bit of drama in this opening start of this race. Everyone just needs to settle down and get themselves into a bit of a rhythm. Now, leader at the moment is Narangba. Very early stages of this race. You can see the cars and the teams just slowly starting to spread out a little bit. A little bit of a battle back here. And that's the main thing for these guys, just to get themselves into a rhythm. Indications here on the screen to let you know just how we're going. So 8 heats. Still 6.5 minutes left in this one for this bracket. And it looks like everyone is now just getting themselves into a bit of a rhythm now. As they start to get comfortable with these track conditions, of course, morning worn up, everyone was well and truly in the groove. Check out this battle here. So excited to have 3 classes of racing here for the Queensland GT Championships. Now these cars probably a little bit heavier than what we're all used to. Hard bodies, but really, really great racing. Check out this little pack here. These guys racing on solid. Love the side-by-side stuff up through the S's. It's good to see how some of these drivers will take on some of the gutter lanes. Crucial for this sort of racing. They're very quick, very enjoyable cars. And of course, as this session goes on, you don't have too much time to make too many mistakes. But it's good to see that everyone is in a bit of a rhythm here at the moment. So 2 drivers per team for the Queensland GT Championships. But it's Narangba still leading this one at the moment on blue lane. There's not a lot in it though. It's only a couple laps actually covering the field, so good to see at the start of the race. Check out these tyres at all back. So of course, the last time we were here was for the River City 12 hour. What an amazing race that was. Good load of fun. Very strong competition. Pretty much the same as what we've got today. A lot of these drivers took part in that endurance race. And that was so much fun. Everyone really loved that event. Check out this battle a little bit back here. So 3.5 minutes left before we do a driver change.
Out in front, Rory on 34 laps. Second, Bar on the same lap. Third, Gold Coast. Internal 4, 8 racing for swapping and boosting turtle. 6, Nicky Moto, 7, Coach, and 8, Rich Shaw. bracket, 426 for Magic, 338 for Team Turtle, Ace Racing, 154, 236, Bullring, Green Bar, 118, 134 for Gold Coast Eagles, Rickshaw, 368 and 126 for Nicky Moto.
I thought we'd go quiet a little bit there just so you might be able to hear race control in the background.
Magic to green, Turtle to red, Ace Racing to blue, Bullring to white, Green Bar to purple, Gold Coast Eagles to orange, Rickshaw to black, and Nicky Moto to yellow.
So 2 minutes away from a lane change. Like we said, it's evenly split, so each driver will do 4 lanes each. Well, we said two drivers per team. You can see it's so close. Like the leader's on 44 laps. There's only 2 to 3 laps between the entire field, so still anyone's race if you're in the opening heat for Scaleauto. Teams on track fairly spread out at this stage. Check out this little back between these guys. There's a bit of a pack there, 3-car pack here. You can hear race control in the background. 1 minute to go before a lane change. You'll see the drivers just scurry around. There'll be one driver's role to make his way to the driver's stand and change the car over. That'll give him a chance just to have a quick look at the car. There's no severe work to be done under red flag conditions. I don't imagine we'll see too much of that as we come up to lane change. So it's Bullring now have moved into first place. Our one and only interstate travellers. These guys are going to be a real threat. They're a massive contention there for the 12-hour as we go into lane change.
Going into bracket number 2. Magic to green, Turtle to red, Ace Racing to blue, Bullring to white, Green Bar to purple, Eagle to orange, Rickshaw to black, and Nicky Moto to yellow. Out in front still, Bullring, 58 flat.
So there's a quick moment here for these teams and drivers just to quickly change their cars over.
Green Bar on 58 flat. Third is Ace Racing on 58 flat. Fourth, Turtle on 57. Fifth is Nicky Moto, 57. Sixth, Eagle, 57. Seventh, Magic, 56. And Rickshaw bringing up the rear on 56. Close racing. 15 seconds, drivers and marshals ready.
So we're about to get ready for heat number 2. As the track goes green. Heat 2 of 8. So 8-minute brackets. Oh, we've just got a short track there. So a quick driver change. So we'll just take a moment to quickly fix one of our cameras. Oh, car off down the end there. Got away with it though. That's the main thing, is just to miss all the carnage that could happen behind them. Nice little battles on track though. Another close one down the end there. So these guys really bunching up through the back of the pack. Great racing up through the S's, up over the bridge, down across the start finish time. Great bunch of racing, seeing these guys running flat out. Not a lot in it. And this is the kind of racing you see when you see the lanes that are in the middle. A little bit trickier in the gutter lanes when you're in purple, black, red and white. But when the middle pack like this start racing together, it really produces some good close racing. Don't forget, wherever you're watching around Australia or maybe around the world, give us a shout out. It's good to see a couple of comments there, a few people watching online. Great to see. Oh, nice and close into that fast turn one. Oh, we've had some carnage. Bit of a track call there. Just making sure everyone's on the right lane before we go green. So we'll see how it's playing out throughout the field here. So Bullring from New South Wales, taking it up all to the Queenslanders. Is this a little bit of payback for Origin? I don't know. See, Brooksy's got some comments there. Brooksy, how you going, mate? Of course, doing a great job with streaming and the broadcast at the Bullring. Well done, mate. Shame you're not here this week. No doubt you're cheering on the boys from New South Wales. As we see Ace Racing now have just taken the lead. So absolutely nothing in it between these guys. So Pagey's at the helm at the moment. As we watch his car. Oh, he's just had a bit of an off. I put the mockers on him. Gave him the old commentator's curse. Sorry about that, Pagey. We'll find someone else to pick on, eh? We'll try and level it up. Now we'll go quiet from time to time. Hopefully you can hear race control in the background. Oh, we've had a car off there. Good job by the marshals. Everyone does a brilliant job marshalling. I know the pressure gets to us sometimes when we're racing, but everyone pretty much well behaved. I know the red mist can come over a little bit sometimes, but everyone's very respectful of the drivers and the marshals, so it's good to see. So it's Ace Racing who leads this at the moment. So we follow their car on track. That's our race leader at the moment. Come up to a little bit of traffic here. Just slowly making ground on these lap cars.
Okay, we've got our first 7-second lap. 7-9-8-1 Ace Racing.
Oh, there was a bit of an incident there. Our leader got involved in it. And that's the tricky part about coming up on the races back at the pack. Like I said, plenty of time in this race. It's only heat 2. Oh, they're close here as well. Oh, some carnage at the top of the bridge too. As we go through a minute and a half to go before another lane change, it's Ace Racing leading over Bullring, New South Wales. Nothing in it, there's only about 4 seconds in it. Third place, Narangba. In fourth, Nikamoto. In fifth, Gold Coast Eagles. 6th, Magic. 7th, Team Turtle. Rounding out the 8th, it's Rickshaw Racing.
1 minute to go.
So 1 minute to go before lane change in heat 3 of 8. We'll catch up with our race leader. A bit of clear air at the moment. It's exactly what he'll want to see after we saw not too long ago getting caught up in some back markers dramas.
30 seconds.
Coming up to a little bit of traffic, but won't see any of that before the lane change. Ten seconds to go. It'll be lane change as we head into heat 3.
Lane change. Going into the third bracket. Turtle to green, Bullring to red, Magic to blue, Eagles to white, Ace purple, Moses orange, Narangba black, Rickshaw yellow. Still out the front, Ace Racing, 1-1-7 laps.
So the lead is only up by 1 lap at the moment. And we're not quite halfway yet.
1-1-6.
As we head into heat 3 of 8.
So coming through, 1-1-4.
Drivers hurriedly just running around, getting their cars ready.
Gold Coast Eagles, 1-1-4.
Changing stickers, cleaning tyres.
7. Turtle on 1-1-3. And Rickshaw bringing up the rear on 1-1-1.
So 20 seconds
Drivers at Marshall Green.
before we go green again. Here we go green. Heat 3 of 8. It's getting nice and close back in the pack here. We'll follow a little bit of this. Seems we've lost one of our cameras. There we go. Turn one's decided to come back again. That was nice of it. Oh, we've got a track call. One of the cars came off and just missed the marker. That's why they put it back behind the line. Just so no one misses out on that lap counted. So we're just going to see what's the goers here. If we've got a power issue, as we go and quickly have a look on the scene here. If it's one of the lanes have lost power. I'm just going to take a little break here in the moment. They're just going to have a quick look at what might be going on. So this is a corner in question. Just quickly see what's going on. Seems like we're getting a loss of power maybe on one of the lanes. So we're going to see if we've got a quick fix here. Try to make it as even as we can for the other races involved. So just bear with us a moment here as we just let's quickly see what's going on. And they'll just do a quick repair as far as getting this track back to up to power. So it wasn't a complete loss of power, I'm not sure. But anyway, they're under the track, just quickly rectifying that. We might do, while it's a little bit quiet, we might steal Pagey for a second, mate. Pagey, how you going, mate? You're in the thick of it nice and early. How's it going?
Oh, Ben's driving like a champion that he is, and I'm just doing enough to hang in there. Hopefully I can do that. It's always going to be a hard gig with Noel and Werner up here. They're obviously a class act with their local knowledge and car tuning abilities, but yeah, having fun so far.
Mate, you're taking it up to them, and you guys making the effort to come from New South Wales. And well done to you boys for making the trek. And you guys are always in the thick of it. Even in the 12-hour, you took it right up to those boys, and probably would have taken the win if it wasn't for the dramas that you had.
Yeah, thanks, Sam, man. Yeah, it's always awesome coming up to race here. I think Queensland's the benchmark when it comes to drivers and racing. Hopefully some of these boys will venture down to our track so we can give them a bit of hometown serve up down there, you know. But yeah, we're a good team with the boys we had up here. 2 guys missing, Cody and Brooksy, but, you know, star drivers, and lucky I buy shirts and people race with me.
Well, you'd be glad to know that Brooksy's watching back at home. And like I said, yeah, a bit of payback maybe for Origin, mate. So,
well, you Queenslanders won't come south for the slot car, and so I don't know what that says. You know, Noel and Nick and Kimbo are coming down, which is awesome. But I got to get some of these other guys down there so we can give them a go on the bull ring.
Definitely. And if you're watching at home, don't forget to check in Bull Ring, racing every Thursday. And those guys put together a stream too. So all the best for the rest of the day, mate. We'll talk to you later on.
Oh, sorry, mate. Yes. Thanks.
Cheers, man. All right, so that's Pagey. Just him and Ben teaming up, obviously, from New South Wales. Still just having a quick look at these track conditions. Looks like we've got it sorted. Just quickly checking the other corners as we get ready to go racing. So back green, heat number 3. So Ace Racing lead at the moment. The battle that our leader's in at the moment. So our leader is the white GT car here on the inside that's battling with the red car. So Werner is driving at the moment. He's teamed up with Noel. Those guys had a very strong round 2, taking out, I think, all 3 wins, all 3 class wins in round number 2. And of course, they took out the River City 12-hour. Very strong driver combination. It doesn't come all just down to luck. These guys were here yesterday practicing turning laps. Basically, I think it was just them and the bull ring guys that were only ones that took advantage of yesterday's practice. So it's no fluke that these 2 teams are at the pointy end of the field when they're taking time to put in the practice, the work that goes into setting these cars up. And that's why teams like them and Bullring are in the thick of it, because the amount of time that goes into preparing for these races, getting the cars ready and doing the laps on track doesn't happen by accident. So like I said before, Pagey's made the effort to come from New South Wales along with Ben. Check out the Bullring on Facebook. Like I said, those guys race every Thursday night. They stream their races. It's really good to see that they're part of the slot car community. And it's good to kick back and watch a bit of slot car racing too. So well done to those guys. So our race leader's got a little bit of clear track at the moment. That's exactly what they'll want to see, but they are coming up to a little bit of traffic. So we switch our cameras just a little bit earlier. This is the pack that's just in front of our race leaders. You'll see the white car in the background just slowly starting to come into frame. But this is the racing that's in front of them. Nice and close. It's going to start getting a little bit tight as these guys get side by side. Oh, nice and close. Oh, had one car come off. But a great battle pack here. There's just enough breathing room to our race leader. He doesn't have to worry about getting caught up in it. Still just over 3 minutes to go before driver swap. Oh, that could have been a lot worse, that car coming off. Nice bit of heads-up driving, but the other driver just to back off a little bit and not make that much worse than what it could have been. Obviously, the last thing you want to do is cause damage to someone else's car, but more importantly, you don't want to damage your own. And these races are very, very fast, very short races, so you can't really afford to have too much time off the track. If you do some damage and you're off the track, you're pretty much out of it. You can see just how close it is between the entire field. So good heads-up driving, just making sure you look ahead. And keep a lookout for any dramas that may happen in front of you. It'll pay off in the long run. You'd rather just lose a second or so slowing down than losing a few minutes off track trying to fix any repairs. So 1 minute to go before we do a lane change again. And it'll mark coming up to the halfway mark of this race. The first class of racing, Scaleautos. So we see our race leader now come out to a little bit of traffic. There is a lane gap between them, so that takes the pressure off. Werner showing some very good speed on the purple lane, because like we said, the gutter lanes are normally the trickiest. Purple, black, red and white. But the pace that Werner's got at the moment, he's making it look easy.
Bull ring to green, eagles to red, purple to blue, Scaleauto to white, magic to purple, Trickshot to orange, ace to black, and Bar to yellow. Still out in front, ace 174 laps. Scaleauto now up there, 173, third bull ring 172, fourth purple 170, fifth Bar 170. Next to Bar 16 turtle, seventh Rickshaw 168, and Magic finishing up the field on 164. 20 seconds, drivers and marshals ready.
So drivers now just getting ready for lane change. Have we got green? No. Just didn't have a marshal ready at the time. So we're just making sure that our marshals are at every point. If you're not driving, the other teammate has to be marshalling. As we go green. So Ace racing now on the black lane. In second place, Nikamoto. They're on the white lane. And third, Bull Ring. So these guys that are Bull Ring guys that are on green, this is be their time to shine. Their pace will be a little bit stronger than the guys in the gutter lanes. So it'll be interesting to see how this all plays out over the next few minutes as we approach the halfway mark of this race. So we try and chase down where our race leaders are at this stage. So just on the black lane now, you can see Noel. So right tucked up on the inside to the outside lane for this camera. Outside for here. But looking good the goods at the moment. It's an interesting strategy. Sometimes people will decide to get the tricky lanes over and done with at the start. Some people leave them to the end. And some people actually really enjoy the gutter lanes too, which is good. Very handy if you've got a driver in your team that enjoys the gutter lanes. Use that to your advantage. Play that out in strategy. Oh, car off into the camera there. So watch out through the pack. Couple of battles here. Now, oh, car off in the fast left-hander at the start. Oh, it's getting closer. Our leader up front managed to get through the traffic. So well done to Noel. It's always heart and mouth moment when you come up to traffic, especially if they're side by side in your lane. But he's done a good job navigating that. Now, although he's got some cars around him, he does have a bit of a lane spare, so a little bit of breathing space. Battle between, back behind our race leader as well.
Okay, halfway mark. 2 out in front, 8, 203. Second, Bullring, 202. Third, Nicky Moto, 201. Big month time. This bracket. Eagle, 184. 099 for Nicky Moto. 067 for Bullring. 212, Rickshaw. 182, Turtle. 164, Naranga. 504 for Magic. And 433 Great.
Of course, something to look out too for, you'll see on the timing where you've got Pro and Am. So two different classes within this race of the Pro teams. Nikamoto, Ace Racing, Bullring, Gold Coast Eagles, Rickshaw, Narangba. And then they're in the Pro Series, and then the AM team, we've got Team Magic and Team Turtle. How's this battle between these three? This is great. Good stuff to see these guys battle out. It's getting a little bit tight here on red and white. White's just slowly starting to clear out. We wait for some more cars up over the top of the bridge. Nice little battle pack here. We've lost them now. There we go. Nice and close back through the pack. Good, hard, clean racing. That's what we like to see with 1:21 to go left in Heat 4. Oh, a little bit close there. Nice bit of driver etiquette. Just one of the teams slowing down. Almost all the cars are in the same section of racetrack. That's our field right there. We go back to the front straight. Here they come. So they're all occupying one half of the racetrack. Oh, nice and close here, side by side.
30 seconds.
So your race control just took 30 seconds to go before a lane change as we head into heat 5 of 8. Nice battle up over the top of the bridge. As we're only seconds away from lane change. And lane change as we head into heat 5. It's Bullring. The guys from New South Wales have taken the lead. So we sort of half expected that a little bit up in the middle lanes. So they've run to green. So then our leaders will now move to the blue lane.
31 left. Second, 8, also 31.
So there's a moment here where the teams you'll see from the different points will try and see. You can see the teams prepping their cars, getting ready to change lanes.
Drivers and marshals ready.
So 15 seconds before we go green. Oh. Waiting for our marshals. So race control just making sure that each driver that's on the driver's stand has the other teammate in a marshalling point.
Here we go.
So we go green. Heat 5. Oh, carnage back there. Up over the top of the bridge. So again, all our cars nice and bunched up again. We love that. Good from the spectator's point of view. Bit of heart and mouth stuff for the drivers though. Oh, one off there, hard into the wall. Just before the entry of the bridge. So two little battle packs here. We see the drivers down the front straight. Heat 5 of 8. And it's the guys from New South Wales taking it up to the Queenslanders. We're talking about a little bit of payback for Origin. Not a lot in it though. Just a 1.5 seconds between Bullring and Ace Racing. So blue and yellow battling it out. You see Pagey keeping an eye on his car. That's him in the white BMW. So Ben behind the controller at the moment. Doing a great job, very fast driver. Pulling some great times yesterday in practice. A little bit of traffic here to contend with. Oh, just gets him into turn one. Nice move around the outside. Easily to go pear-shaped through there. It's such a fast corner. Oh, a little bit sideways on exit there too for Ben. Doing a great job dealing with this traffic.
Okay, coming up to the halfway mark through the fifth bracket. Few lap times. Scaleauto, 7.876. Grimshaw, 1.75. Eagle, 2.2.
Oh, carnage up the front for our leader. That's exactly what we were talking about.
8.7940.
Oh, it's been a long wait too to get back on track, so that's cost him big time. Unfortunately, just got caught up in some carnage. And that's the heart and mouth stuff we were talking about when you're back in the field or when you're coming up onto traffic, regardless of whether they're in a lane next to you or not. So easily to get caught up into someone else's incident. Lost a lot of time, get back on track too, so bit of a shame, but they're fast, they'll bounce back. It did cost them the lead though. So it was only about a second or second and a half in it coming into that. So they lost a fair bit of time. They're back about 4 seconds now, unfortunately, from the leader, who is now Ace Racing. So we find our race leader on track now. But it's heat 5 of 8. Still plenty of time to go. Anything can happen. We've already seen how the lead can be affected in the blink of an eye. And when there's only a few seconds covering the field, it's easy to gain and lose those seconds in just a blink of an eye. So one is the white car on screen coming up to some traffic. So just as easily as we saw the race turn around for the bullring guys, it could easily happen for Ace Racing as well as we go into track call. So a bit of a scare there that the car may not have been on the right lane. So just a bit of a safety precaution. The last thing we want is a car firing into the wall if it's on the wrong lane. So Warren at the moment got himself a 2.3 second lead over the bullring guys. That's the margin. So we'll find our race leader. We'll show you the difference. So our race leader here in the white car. And we'll hold it on the front straight. So there's our race leader and there's P2. So nothing in it. 1.9 seconds now. So Ben's starting to close in that margin. Got some good pace. 1.6 seconds now. 1.5. 1.2 now. Oh, carnage. And that was the bullring guys again caught up in some bad luck. We can't quite see. It's just out of range for the camera. So we go green again. So that's twice the bullring guys have been caught up in some unfortunate incident when they've been right either leading or close to the lead. Ben was super quick, really making gains on Werner. So that gap is now almost 3 seconds. Down to 2.7. So he's just chipping away at it again. Only 20 seconds left in this bracket though. But a great drive for Ben. Showing some great pace. Just unlucky with getting caught up in some incidents there. So we're going to lane change. So our leader, Ace Racing. And that car on screen there is second place bullring guys from New South Wales. Pagey's about to pick it up. Change the lane sticker on it. Have a quick look at it. Make sure it's all good. So only 3 heats to go before this one's over for Scaleauto. And then we head into Slotworks Porsche Cup. Even Nikimoto are in third. They're on green lane. They're only 2 laps behind. So absolutely nothing in it for the top 3. As we go racing again for heat 6. So our race leader now come up to a bit of traffic. Noel behind the controller, teaming up with Werner. So far so good. It looks like he's managed to get around that traffic. Let's go check out through the rest of the field. So it's Ace Racing. They're on orange lane at the moment. As we try to get a split, 3.2 seconds back to the bullring guys. Of course, navigating the purple lane now. Pagey behind the controller. Oh, some carnage here. Oh, one car up the barrier. That was lucky that bullring guys actually managed to miss that. As we follow Pagey. Oh, in the thick of it now. Oh, getting close there. Pagey managed to miss that, which was good. Oh, big one there. Pagey involved. Again, they're just not getting luck, are they? Getting caught up in all sorts of incidents. Out of their control, though. Oh, some more dramas up the top of the hill. You can see the marshal putting the car back on. Oh, that was Pagey again. So we know what I'm going to do. I'm going to stop following him. I'm giving him the old commentator's curse, I think. We'll try and square it up. We'll chase the race later. Oh, camera one just not deciding to play nicely at the moment. So Noel's just slowly coming up on those two cars that are battling in front of him. So the first car that he's got to contend with, there is a bit of a lane difference between them, so that's good. Different story for the next car that he's trying to chase down, though.
Okay, coming up to halfway through bracket number 6. Out in front still, 8 Racing, 319. Second, Bullring, 318. Third, Vicky Moto, 317. Give quick lap time.
Oh, a car off at the top of the bridge there too.
242, Naremba, 317.
I hate to say it. I think that was Pagey again.
8104. Volco's Eagle, 7950. Magic 410, 221 for Bullring, and 922 for Pearl.
So just over 3.5 minutes to go for heat 6 of 8. So Ace Racing currently leading this at the moment. Bullring New South Wales is only 2 laps in it. You see this battle here back in the pack. Oh, some carnage there. Car off. So again, looks like the field's sort of fairly spread out again. 2.5 minutes to go. Missed that at the end there. So later, just Noel just coming up to some traffic. Looks fairly comfortable at this stage. The car's looked pretty good in practice for the last 2 days. And nothing's changed today. They slipped right into a rhythm. Of course, a bit of a hometown track advantage. But nevertheless, these guys really practice and put together some great cars. And it's no fluke that these guys are at the front. People really need to think about the time and effort that goes into these cars and practice leading up to these races. Make it pretty tough on yourself if you just show up on the day and expect to be at the front. If you don't put any prep time into the cars, any time into practice. And that's why these guys are at the front. Them, the Bullring guys, they were all here yesterday just practicing, working on car setups. It was good to see. Big battle pack of cars here. Oh, that was close. Holy. Really close. About 20 seconds to go in this heat. Some of these guys will be glad to see the break just of how close it is on track here at the moment. Great battle between these guys and the gutters. Here we go into lane change. So heat 7 of 8. And we check out our leaders, Ace Racing over Bullring Nikamoto in 3rd. 4th, Gold Coast Eagles. 5th, Rickshaw Racing. 6th, Team Turtle. 7th, Magic. And rounding out the 8th, Rangbar. Sorry, Greg, I only just saw your comments here, mate. Popular choice of body, I don't know, it comes down to preference. Some people say that others handle better than, but there's people that have got a passion for certain brands too, so. Here we go for heat 7. Oh, car off at the top there. He managed to go back in. That was lucky. Someone came off and then went, I think they de-slotted, hit the wall and went back in. That was lucky. If you're ever going to come off, that's the way you want to come off, is put yourself back in. And the track marshals are like, how close is it back here? Track marshals can't believe it. They're still scratching their heads trying to work out what actually happened. Everyone saw the car come off, heard the big hit. Oh, big one. Here we track. It just looks like we're a little bit of braid coming up on the track here. Oh, it's just vinyl. It's not the braid. So that won't affect the racing at the moment. As we get ready to go back to green flag conditions. So leaders Ace Racing on the white lane. Oh, a bit of drama back in the pack there. So just under the bridge, just on exit there was a car off. Oh, how's the battle there? Right. Oh, car off the track. Oh, on the floor. Team just take a moment just to clean the tyres up. Good job by the marshal there on the ball. So our race leader on screen at the moment, Ace Racing. Clear bit of racetrack in front of him. That's exactly what Werner wants to see. So fairly quiet and uneventful for him. That's exactly what he wants. A little bit further back though. Some traffic. Again, the field's sort of slowly spread out again. Not pretty too many close battles on track.
Okay, coming up to halfway through the second last bracket. Out in front, Ace Racing, 374. Second, Scaleauto, 372. Third, Bullring, 370. Quick lap time. Green bar, 290. 073 for Ace, 133. Rich Shaw, 274. Magic, 7915 for Mickey Moto. 274 for Turtle, 433 for Eagles, and 373 for Bullring.
Great battle between these guys. Hopefully when I go quiet you can hear race control in the background. Warren has managed to scoot through most of all that and continue on his merry way. So Nikamoto now moved into second place. Bullring guys are in third. They're 5 laps down now. Unfortunately working the gutter lanes. They'll move from black into yellow for the next one to make their charge towards the end. Now race leader will move into red lane. Car off up over the top. So just over 2 minutes to go in the second last heat for Scaleauto. The next class up is Slotworks Porsche Cup. Very popular, the Slotworks, with the V8 series. And of course now they've been just slightly modified to run for a Porsche Cup series. And they just produce some amazing racing. Regardless of what track you race on, the Slotworks Porsche Cup have been very popular.
Okay, at the end of this bracket, green bar to green, Ace to red, Rich Shaw to blue, Magic to white, Moto to purple, Citadel to orange, Eagles to black, Bullring to yellow.
So Warren, our race leader, just coming up onto a little bit of traffic. We're here a track call. I might get a quick track call here. No, that's good. So we go green again. Sometimes the marshals, just as safety, will, if there's a track call and a car possibly rolls over the line, they always put it back just to make sure that it did count. So good heads up there from the marshalling. Oh, big hit. They were just talking about this. Looks like a little bit of vinyl maybe just coming up. It's not actually braid, but these cars do run low, so they just want to trim it just so the front splitter of these cars don't hit that and make the cars de-slot. So good heads up there from the marshals. This will be a very quick fix, so it's just a little blade there just to cut some of that away. But the beauty is that it's not the braid that's the issue, so that's good. Quick little fix, make sure it's nice and flat. And we'll go green. No. So 38 seconds left of this heat before we get into the final heat. As we prepare to go green. No. That's what we're talking about, where the marshals will put the car back behind the line. It's a good thing to do. Last thing you want to do is lose a lap for something like that. So 20 seconds to go of heat 7. As we prepare for lane change, the final driver swap for Scaleauto. And lane change.
Going into the last bracket. Green bar to green, Ace to red, Rickshaw to blue, Magic to white, Moto to purple, Turtle to orange, Eagles to black, and Bullring to yellow.
So our leaders,
At front still
Ace Racing.
7. Second, Rickshaw, 400. No, sorry. Nicky Moto.
Second place is Nicky Moto.
Third, Bullring.
And Bullring guys are in third. As we head into the final heat for Scaleauto. It's been a strong performance from the guys at Ace Racing. Noel and Werner dominated round 2 of the series and looking to pick up from where they left off for round 2. They've had a great year of racing so far. Of course, taking out the 12-hour, dominating round 2 and looking strong here today for round 3. So the 8th and final heat for Scaleauto before we head into Slotworks Porsche Cup. So our leaders have got about a 1.5 lap lead at the moment over second place Nicky Moto. Nicky Moto made up of Kim Axton, Nick Girdlestone. So we follow our race leader. Good little battle for our race leader. Of course, there is a lane gap between them, so they can race pretty hard, not have to worry about having side-by-side contact. Of course, Noel will be driving pretty smart at the moment. He knows he doesn't have to push too hard. He's got a lap and a half to almost 2 laps up his sleeve. As we keep an eye on the front straight, coming up to almost 5.5 minutes to go for the final heat for Scaleauto here at River City Slot Cars here in Margate in Queensland. Thanks for joining us here for Slotstream TV's live and exclusive coverage of round 3 of the Queensland GT Championships. Hope you're enjoying it, watching wherever you are around Australia or even around the world. We had a great response from our 12-hour. I had so many international viewers watching. It was great. And wherever you're watching, we just hope you're enjoying the stream. Big weekend of motorsport. Of course, in real world, Le Mans 24 hours still going, so we've got that playing in the background. Still 12 hours and 50 minutes still to go in that race, so almost the halfway mark for those guys. Of course, the V8 Supercars are on at Hidden Valley. Scott McLaughlin and Team Penske look like they're doing it pretty easy this weekend so far. Grabbed the pole, fastest in practice, took the win out yesterday. And now we've got slot car racing. Can't think of a better way to spend an afternoon, really. So let's find our race leader. Here is the white car closest to screen, well furthest from screen now. So we'll follow second place now. The white car on screen. The man behind the controller at the moment, Nick Girdlestone, who's teamed up with Kim Axton. These guys driven really well all day. Always a force to be reckoned with. They were right in the thick of it as well for the 12-hour. And Nick's just enjoying a little bit of clear air at the moment. I'm not going to follow Pagey in that, because last time I did that, or almost every time I've followed them, I've done the old commentator's curse on them. Oh, how close is it up here? It's not what Nick wants to get himself involved in. So drivers all out just getting last minute instructions with 2 minutes to go. Once the race is over, drive it through to the end of the line. But at the moment, Ace Racing got themselves a nice little margin of 3 laps over Nikimoto in second. In third, the guys from New South Wales, Bullring, they've had their fair share of dramas. It's about 5.5 laps difference between them and the race leader. Fourth place, Rickshaw Racing, about 6.5, 7 laps behind the leader. In 5th, Gold Coast Eagles. 6th, Team Turtle. 7th in Rangbar. And rounding out the 8 is Magic. So awesome to see that the guys from New South Wales take it up to the Queensland boys. Still can't believe how much bad luck they had as far as getting caught up in incidents, but that's racing. Inside the final minute for Scaleauto. More dramas off at the top there. More car off there, good marshalling. As we follow our race leader. Inside 10 seconds to go, Ace Racing will take out the win here in Scaleauto, the opening class for today. Of course, we head into Slotworks Porsche Cup right after this. We'll stay with the last camera here. And that's the checkered flag. Congratulations to Ace Racing. Take out the win.
Well done, guys.
Over Nikimoto in second. Bullring in third. So well done to everyone involved. Brilliant job.
That must be Gary.
So all the cars now just down the end. As officials that will just finalise the finishing order. Drivers and teams down the end just congratulating each other.
Okay, winner of that race was Ace Racing on 465.
You see down the end there, boys, just congratulating each other.
Nikimoto in second on 462. Bullring third, 460. Rickshaw fourth, 458. Fifth was Gold Coast Eagles on 452. Sixth, Team Turtle, 445. Seventh, Garangbar, 442. And eighth, Magic on 440.
So well done to all the drivers and teams involved. So it might take a moment to try and catch up with our third place team, Bullring guys. I'm going to interrupt here, boys. Mate, you guys had some unbelievably bad luck there. We were watching you a couple of times, getting caught up in some incidents. You guys were in the thick of it. How do you rate your race so far?
Oh, it was enjoyable. It's always good to come up here and get a podium with the Queenslanders. We'll take that as a high, you know. Pretty fast guys in front of us, so yeah, happy with the podium. A little bit disappointed. We did get traffic and a few incidents. Some was our own, but some of it was we caught the cars in the gutter or whatever. But that's racing. Happens to everyone.
Great drive by you. Great drive by you too, Ben. We were watching your pace. It was brilliant to see you taking it up to some of the guys here in Queensland. But we mentioned you got caught up in some bit of bad luck there. But a brilliant drive from yourself.
Yeah, thanks, Steve. It was mate, like I echo what Paige said. To come here and even get anywhere near a sniff of the podium is like a job in itself, really, because the level of competition here. We got a good crew down home, but I mean, this, like I said, just to get a podium or a sniff of it up here is unreal. So we got bad luck, but then everybody has that sort of tale to tell too. So
And you guys are always at the force to be reckoned with. We think about the 12 hour. You guys are right in the thick of it. You had bad luck with cars there too, but it's brilliant that you guys make the effort coming all the way from New South Wales. We appreciate it, and it's good to you guys take it right up to Queenslanders. Of course, now we've got Slotworks Porsche Cup. You looking forward to that?
Yeah, sure am. But get on the luck part, if we didn't have any bad luck, we wouldn't have any luck at all. So we've got to have some, I guess. But yeah, no. On to the Porsche, mate. It's going to be good fun. We've chosen a car I think that's going to be relatively pacey, hopefully. I haven't seen too many of the others. But, I mean, they're a mystery bag in themselves too. You don't know what you're going to get. So, we'll see how we go.
All right, good luck with Porsche Cup, boys. Well done.
Thanks.
P3 for the guys from New South Wales. Well done. We'll talk to P2. Guys, Nikamoto, how'd you go, mate?
Well, that was fun. Actually, we we drew the black lane, which is like the slowest lane on the track. So for us, it was great because we tried to cut our way through the field. We got up to and someone took his hand controller.
Oh,
So the poor guy was trying to drive with my controller, and I drive with a thumb, a big chunk of metal on my controller. So he's using my hand controller with his finger.
Getting caught.
sabotage, mate. You're getting stitched up,
He's
Nick.
driving very badly with my controller, so we went from second back to third. But I'm pretty happy that looking at the results here, we're only 3 laps behind the team that won it. So I think I better watch out next time.
How'd you find it, Nick? Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, it's always good fun. Scaleauto is my favourite class. I really like them. They're a little bit harder to drive than the full flexi cars. So good fun, and yeah, a few little mishaps, but I've got the best teammate here, so he always makes up for it.
I'll bring on Porsche Cup 8. Good luck for the next one. Thanks, boys. Thanks for chatting to us.
Thanks.
Thank you.
All right, now we'll see if we can try and chase down our race winner. Now, our race winners are actually in the thick of it as far as scrutineering. I'm going to interrupt you, Noel. Sorry, mate.
Yeah, mate.
Well done. Congratulations, taking out the win.
Thank you very much. It was a hard-fought win between, I think, 3 right to the end.
How'd you find it, mate? Like you said, the boys from New South Wales were taking it to you.
Yeah, they did, and they were the only team running a BMW, which is unusual because normally everyone runs a Viper. BMW is about 10 grams lighter, and it showed on the track. Super quick.
And now Porsche Cup, you looking forward to that?
Yeah, it's going to be a fun race.
All right, we'll leave you to it. You're in the thick of it, scrutineering.
Good on, mate. Thank you.
Quick chat with you too, Werner. How did you rate your drive, mate? Well done.
Yeah, it was, as Noel said, I was pretty close, especially at the beginning. So, yeah, but in the end it worked out. I'm very happy about that.
You guys have been very strong. You took out round 2. A good start for round 3. And, of course, you guys had good success at the recent 12-hour too.
Yes, yeah, that was a very, very good race. And we had some bad luck in between, but we crawled back and it's very easy to decide in the end then.
Well done, mate. Good luck for Porsche Cup. That's coming up right next, and we'll let you finish, get back to scrutineering. But thanks for chatting with us.
Thank you. No problems.
All right, so there you go. That's our top 3 as we get ready in preparation for Slotworks Porsche Cup. These guys are just slipping into scrutineering mode now. And we'll take a short break here for River City Slot Cars as we continue our live exclusive coverage for round 3 of the Queensland GT Championships.